everyone, and welcome back to Lisa's Corner. It is now the time to return and solve some more expert control puzzles. In one of my last videos some time ago, you dear watchers have asked a question about expert control and cloud computing. Since this topic is fascinating but also pretty complicated, we decided to devote the entire video to it. So let's go! Question 1. What is cloud computing? What is its connection to expert control? Well, cloud computing has emerged in early 2000s and can be defined as the practice of using a shared reservoir of computers, hardware, software, servers, storage facilities, and other similar functionalities virtually, so hosted through the internet. What's its connection to expert control, you will ask? Well, as you probably know, the goal of cloud is to eliminate restrictions when interacting with borders and enable free movement of information. This is especially handy and relevant for international R&D within the same company. The goal of export control, on the other side, is to put restrictions on critical goods and technology when these are passing through the borders. Interesting, right? Now, let me explain you by using the simplified scheme. So here, theoretically, three actors have access to the controlled technology. At first, as you can see, this is user 1 who makes available the controlled content on the cloud, so grants access by uploading something, giving the permission to access something. Second, this controlled content is now on the cloud server to which an IT administrator of the service has access to. And 3, the third user, any other person that can have access to the controlled content on the cloud. Very often the content can travel through or be stored in a foreign country or countries without the knowledge of the user who made it available. So the potential middle user becomes therefore invisible. In this case, it becomes very hard to track the export while it's traveling from a person who made it available to a person having access. Therefore, the location of the server is losing its importance, and what becomes relevant for expert control is not who accessed the control content and where, but who made it available to others. Example, let's imagine user 1 uploads the controlled content technology to the cloud. In this case, an export does not require its download by user 2 or user 3. The possibility of access is sufficient. Question 2. What are the laws regulating it? Currently, there are lots of complexities around this topic, which are explained by the variety of national approaches in regulation of cloud export. In the EU, according to Articles 2.2 and 2.3 of the EU Dual-Use Regulation, the transmission of control technology or software by electronic mail or any other electronic means to a destination outside the EU, as well as the fact of making available it in an electronic form, to persons or partnerships outside the EU is subject to a license. In the US, for example, the regulators have chosen the encryption approach. It is possible to export software or technology through the cloud without the license, if a number of criteria are satisfied. So, if the information is unclassified, secure using end-to-end encryption or cryptographic modules or cryptographic key management or other means, and not intentionally stored in a military embargoed country. Furthermore, as you can see here, the US end-to-end encryption requires that the technology will not be in unencrypted form while between the originator and the recipient, and the means of decryption will be not provided to the third party. Note, however, that these rules for dual-use items. Rules for military technology might be different. Question 3. How to stay compliant? Here are some practical tips on what you can do in order to stay compliant with export control regulations. For example, start gathering your in-house knowledge about the classification of your technology. Review cloud service providers and their contracts, particularly from an export control perspective. Then specify the use of cloud services about routing, server access, subcontracting, data deletion, and encryption. Adapt the internal export control compliance program before using cloud services. What a complex video that was! I hope now you understand the technology expert via cloud services a little bit more. By the way, if you are interested to know by whose server and in which country your favorite website is stored, you can always check that out by using these links. With that, thank you for your precious time and your attention. I'll be waiting for you in the next episodes. See ya!